Setahai, ni hao, hey, kingdom kids. Aren't languages so cool? I love hearing other people speak different languages. I think it's so interesting to hear how beautiful or different another language is. I absolutely love it. And I have friends who speak all sorts of different languages. Friends who speak Mandarin, Somali, Ukrainian, and it is so cool to hear people speak other languages. I love it. And even though I don't know any of those languages, for a while, I learned sign language, or ASL, and I love using that language when I have the opportunity. Languages are so cool. But did you know that in the very beginning of the world, for a long time, everyone spoke the same language? Every single person spoke the same language. And honestly, in some ways, that would be kind of nice, right? You wouldn't have to worry about having something be translated into your language. You could travel wherever you wanted to and talk to new people without any sort of language barrier. It would be pretty nice. But when everyone spoke the same language, they did something with that language that they probably shouldn't have done. And that is what we are going to learn about today. What happened in the city of Babel? And what happened when everyone spoke the same language? Let's figure it out. And I am back because I built an amazing tower just to prove how amazing I am. So I built it with Pastor Rachel's buckets, and now I'm going to use her fancy tape to tape it all together so it will stay that way forever. Now, yes, I know if I use her fancy tape, then it'll ruin her buckets and get sticky stuff all over it. And yes, I know her tape was expensive and she wouldn't want me to use it for this tower, but what I want matters much more than what she wants. Pfft. Now I am going to tape this tower up. Wait. It looks like she left a note right up here. It says, Rusty, do not use my buckets or my tape to build a tower. Yes, I heard you talking to yourself earlier, and I know your plan, and you are not allowed to use my things. Bummer. Well, maybe I can find something else expensive to build a tower with that she didn't hear me talk about. Oh, Rusty. He just cannot stop causing trouble. But you know who else couldn't stop causing trouble? The people of Genesis. If you remember just from our last video, God had just made a flood on the earth because of all of the horrible things that people were doing. But even on the earth with new people, The people who came after the time of the flood, people were still having a hard time not doing pretty bad things and not being selfish. You see, in Genesis chapter 11, verses 1 through 9, it tells us the story of this place called Babel. And in this place called Babel, there were a bunch of people who came together and decided, you know what? I think I am amazing. I think I am so amazing that all of us together, we should build a tower that goes all the way up to heaven because I want to show that I am just as amazing as God. Now, is anyone as amazing as God? No. But the people of Babel were very selfish. They only thought of themselves. They only thought of how amazing they thought they were and what amazing things they could do. And so they all got together and they tried to build a tower that reached into the sky and showed how much more amazing they were than God. But we know that no one is more amazing than God. So what did God do? Well, he didn't flood the earth again because he promised not to do that. But he did something else. Something that wasn't going to hurt the people who were building this tower, but something that was going to show them that they are not as amazing as he is. What God did is in a moment, just like how in a moment he created light, in a moment he created all sorts of new languages. And the people who were once working together to build this crazy tower were now not able to understand each other. They tried talking, they tried sharing their plans, but it didn't work because God gave everyone a new language. That is how languages were created. And what's amazing is God did that as a way to stop people from showing how amazing they are. But he showed how amazing he is not just by confusing their plans or making their plans impossible, but by creating something beautiful. Language. Languages are so beautiful. And God created them to show how amazing he is. And how much more amazing he is than we could ever even try to be. So here's my question for you. When you walk into a room, do you ever have an attitude of, look at me? Do you ever think about how amazing you are and how much you want everyone to know how amazing you are? Well, the thing is, from the story of the Tower of Babel, we learn that there's no one more amazing than God. And when we try to show how amazing we are, it really just backfires. Because there's no one more amazing than God. It doesn't work. And so with our lives, we shouldn't try to live it in a way that says, look at how amazing I am, look at all that I can do, look at how cool I am, how good at Minecraft I am, how good at Roblox I am, whatever it is. We shouldn't be saying that. Instead, with everything that we do, we should be saying, look at how amazing God is. God is so amazing, and I just want the world to know that. Do you want the world to know how amazing God is? I sure hope so. So Kingdom Kids, here's my challenge to you this week. Sorry, I have hiccups. Here's my challenge to you. I want you to read Genesis chapter 11, verses 1 through 9. And I want you to read it with someone in your family and ask questions when you have questions about your Bible. And then I want you to learn something about a new language. Is there someone in your life that you know that speaks another language that you could ask them about? Or ask them to teach you a few new words? Maybe you could watch a YouTube video that shows how to say some greetings in a different language like Spanish or Somali or Mandarin. Or maybe you could even ask your parents to download the app Duolingo so that you can spend the rest of your summer learning a new language, which I think is super cool. But as you learn about languages, remember how God shows us how amazing He is by creating beautiful things that we could never create ourselves. All right, Kingdom Kids. Well, I will see you on Sunday. I will see you next Tuesday. And I will see you for our VBS this July 27th through 30th. And if you don't know anything about that yet, please go to our Facebook or to our website and check out our front yard adventures. All right, Kingdom Kids, I will see you soon. Bye.